We have witnessed these past few weeks and months a rather alarming trend in the church. That is, as our church hierarchy appears to be pushing the self-destruct button, destroying their own credibility, destroying the moral authority the church, the bishops once had, it seems perhaps even papal infallibility. Most of you have probably already heard or read in this regard in the past few months. A very prominent cardinal in the Catholic Church has been exposed as a predator and abuser of young men and boys.
We are now facing more demons on earth than any group of Catholics in history. Even if we've never participated in any such sin, we are all on the same earth that is getting tempted into many other sins because of what that sin has done to our planet.
The sex abuse scandal has ravaged the Catholic Church. The Anglican Church has been eviscerated, losing members in record numbers. Many Protestant denominations are abandoning their beliefs in fervent missionary zeal, embracing chic environmentalism, watered-down socialism as a cheap substitute for the traditional gospel. Europe, the ancient stronghold of Christendom, has been transformed into a secular neo-pagan culture. For Europeans, God is dead. He's been replaced by materialist man. The secular tidal wave has also hit and overwhelmed America. Since the 1960s, the United States has been the victim of the sexual revolution that glorifies hedonism and personal liberation, pornography, abortion, homosexuality, promiscuity, the AIDS epidemic, soaring out of wedlock births, skyrocketing divorce rates, and the breakdown of the family. These are the poison fruits of the Playboy philosophy. MTV is in, Jesus is out. Christianity is gradually being purged from the public square. The Ten Commandments cannot be displayed in courtrooms or classes. Prayer has been banished from public schools. Christians are regularly mocked.
These are serious times. But it's not as if simply there are bad men in the hierarchy of the church. It's not as if this is just kind of a period, a phase we have to go through and everything will get better eventually and that's all there is to it. God is telling us something. This is a message from God, a chastisement. This scandal in the church.
Act bravely, my brethren. Take courage and trust in the Lord. The time is fast approaching in which there will be great trials and afflictions. Perplexities and dissensions, both spiritual and temporal, will abound. The charity of many will grow cold, and the malice of the wicked will increase. The devils will have unusual power.
You see, the soldier wages war in the natural order. The Christian is intended by God to do battle in the supernatural order. Each one of us is called to be a soldier of Jesus Christ by virtue of our confirmation.
We're seeing not just a failure of bad bishops and bad priests, or even a failure of church leadership. It's the failure of an entire system of moral theology. It's called modernism. It's where it all comes from. And these self-abusing priests and bishops preach self-abusing sermons, and they spew their pollution on the faithful. Well, now we're sick of it, I hope, and we should be drinking the cup of that wrath. But the world sees it, and the bishops see it, and we see it. Everybody sees it. It is no longer an open secret. It's just open.
Scandals of the most shocking, abominable kind perpetrated by consecrated souls who carried out their crimes, often incredibly, with a full knowledge of church authorities who simply chose to do nothing to stop them. The idea that there is nothing we need to do to correct this situation right now. Please don't tell me that scandal, moral corruption, dissent, depravity have got to be business as usual in the church. Scandal causes the loss of souls. That, friends, is the worst thing that can happen in the order of creation.
So also, now with the crucifixion of the Catholic Church like never before, we need the faith of the ages, of the saints, of the fathers, not this modernist garbage. Because the faith of the ages combined with trust in our Lord and Our Lady is your chain to an invincible inheritance that not a trillion demons can touch, even when the church is betrayed from within. Just as Jesus was betrayed from within, so also the bride must follow.
People tell me they have had it, they have had enough of the modernist mush. The New Age nonsense being shoved down their throats in place of the true faith in so many places in the church today. They are fed up with superficial spirituality, the childish, Pollyannish spirituality of butterflies, banners, and balloons. They have had enough of irreverence at Mass. They've had enough of liturgical abuses, the trivializing, the mishandling of the sacred species.
And I think the time has come to try to start saving the souls of those bad priests and bishops. Because what they do is they're trying to convince themselves in their safety in numbers. If more people believe what I want to believe desperately against my own conscience because it's hard, then I'll believe it myself. If I can preach to the entire congregation and feel that they believe it too, I'll feel better. But if a priest preaches heresy from the pulpit and the entire congregation gets up and walks out, he can't believe it any longer.
I'm going to ask all of you to do everything in your power. Let every man and woman who loves the church stand up, speak up, rise up to put an end to lukewarm Catholicism. And I will leave you with the words of Padre Pio. Said, spiritual children, be firm in your resolution. Stay in the ship in which Christ has placed you. And let the storm and the hurricane come. Long live Jesus. You will not perish. What is there to fear? Let the world turn upside down. Let everything be in darkness, smoke, and noise. God is with us.